Now, this week, Espresso and Kellogg's Special K take a look at inspirational women. And this week's guest shoe celeb is a TV presenter, reality TV star, executive producer, wife, soon-to-be mum, and cancer survivor. And she wore this pair of strappy Jimmy Choo Beak sandals on the Grammy Red Carpet this year. Now, can you guess who the shoe belongs to? Well, if you can, let us know on our Facebook page, Espresso Morning Show, SABC3. If you can't wait, well, you're going to have to wait a little bit because we're going to tell you after the break.
Look and feel fabulous with Kellogg's Special K.
Now, just before the break, we asked you who these pair of shoes belong to. And this week's guest shoe is the beautiful and always stylish Guiliana Rancic. Seen here wearing a gorgeous George Chakras cocktail dress. She's glowing and such an inspiration. Special K loves celebrating healthy living, great fashion, and women who shine. Now, a few weeks ago, we had a look at some of SA's greatest women. And today, I'm with the editor of Cosmopolitan magazine, Sabu, and we are going to be looking beyond our shores to some women who are excellent at what they do. Some you may know, and others you may never have heard of, and that's why we're sharing and celebrating these women. Good morning, welcome to Espresso.
Good morning, thank you for having me.
Now, first on your list, I mentioned her wearing a gorgeous pair of shoes.
Yes, Miss Guiliana Rancic, absolutely stylish. She is the red carpet queen, the reigning red carpet queen. I mean, she does the Academy Awards, Globes, and she's interviewed a lot of celebrities in her life. Funnily enough, she did study journalism, so she actually really does have a magnificent brain. And she's just launched a line, her own fashion line is called G by Guiliana. And I think really it does represent who she is. I mean, she's one of the chief officers at Fashion Police. So she's really amazing. But you know, despite that, she's got, she just survived cancer, breast cancer, and I think a double mastectomy. So she's really had a tough time. But I think she's such a survivor. She always glows, she's bubbly, she's amazing. Yes.
And she dressed as well when you could see that she'd had the double mastectomy. She still looked stylish on the red carpet.
She does.
And proved that you can be a woman no matter what.
Yeah, you can be a woman no matter what. And she's really positive, which is awesome. I mean, you know, to have this sort of thing, you know, and still go out there, you know, and do the work that you do, interviews and, you know, present for E-News. I mean, I think she's awesome.
Next on your list?
Well, the next girl is actually a Nigerian-born American. Well, I'll call her Nigerican. Her name is... Nigerian. Name is Adiye Dasu. She is actually the producer and owner of African Fashion Week New York. So what she does is that she looks at designers from around the world, and in particular come from Africa, and she gives them a platform. She went to the mayor of New York a couple of years ago, and she asked him that, you know, for 1 week in July, she wants New York to celebrate Africa and, you know, on all its beauty and in all its fashion and in all its design. So she's totally amazing. She was just recently with Diane von Furstenberg at a UN special presentation around about fashion and trade and textile and trade. And I mean, for her to be at that level where she's addressing women from around the world in terms of fashion and what is needed is absolutely amazing.
And so I'm sure it's not easy putting the list down to just 5, but who's next on your list?
My next girl is actually Gukumba Taro. She's an English actress. Her father's South African from KwaZulu-Natal, but she was raised in England, and now she's moved over to America. She's an awesome actress. You know, I peg her to the sides of Zoe Saldana. She's really ethereal, she's lovely, and she's really strong. She really made her name in theatre in Manchester, but since she's done a few movies.
And another inspirational woman?
Okay, this one, she's insane. She's behind the hairstyle of Rihanna, you know, that short crop that we all wanted, that red hair that we've all wanted. She's behind that. Her name is Ursula Stevens. She's totally amazing. She's really big about texture, crops, and she's done Keisha Cole, Michelle Williams. She is foremost when it comes to hairdressing in the States.
And her hair looks amazing all the time as well.
All the time.
Perfect.
She's insane. She is insane. I mean, I wish I could have her like on speed dial, or maybe I should like have her in my bed so we wake up together and she does my hair. But she's phenomenal. And she was recently out in South Africa because she's the global ambassador of Motions Hair.
Next on the final girl on your list, and surely not saving the best for last or last on the list by any chance.
Well, what do you say about Meryl Streep? an awesome woman, very dedicated to her craft, has had to learn like several languages to fit into a role, has had to study violin apparently like for 6 hours a day just to get it right. So, I mean, you don't show commitment more than that. She has been nominated, I think, 17 times. For an Oscar, which is, I think, she holds the record for the nominations, and I think she's won it at least 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah, I think she's won it at least 3 times. So I think she's a good example of if you're dedicated, if you push and you work hard, you reap the benefits.
Booz, thank you so much for joining us on this motivational Monday and inspiring us women and joining us on the show and sharing your list of Kellogg Special K inspirational women. Now, Kat and Ewan are standing by to introduce us to a South African woman who's really inspirational, and she's going to be keeping us fit here on Expresso.
Look and feel fabulous with Kellogg Special K.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.